Good evening, beautiful people of the You Create the Dream page, and welcome to Awake in the Dream. This is our fortnightly call. It's an opportunity to ask me anything at all and for me to share what I feel needs to be shared. There I am, live on another device. Fantastic. Do say hi as you come on. Let me know that you're here because I love to acknowledge everybody's presence. I would also love to know where you are joining me from. Okay, let's just make sure that we have comments working, and comments are appearing on the phone, not on the computer. Hello, beautiful Libby. How are you? Do say hi. Oh, no, here we go on the computer as well. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Good evening, beautiful Valerie. How are you? I hope you are doing exceptionally well, everybody. I am fine. Thank you so much. Thank you for asking. It's a little chilly here. I think we had a top of 7 degrees in Cooma today, so it was quite cold. Joining from my bedroom. There you go, Lib. You've got to be comfortable. Absolutely need to be comfortable. Good evening, everybody. So this evening, I am talking about, that feeling of exhaustion, that feeling of feeling so exhausted and totally depleted. And it isn't because you're broken, it's because you're leaking power. And this is the thing to understand. It's because you're leaking power. To be exhausted doesn't necessarily mean we're broken. It means that we are losing our power to someone or something. So let me ask you this. Have you been feeling like perhaps time is slipping through your fingers, like you're constantly behind, like you're racing, like it's difficult to maybe keep up? Perhaps you're feeling not quite where it is that you want to be. But here's the truth. You are not losing time. You're leaking power. Because have you noticed that when you're very present, you're super productive? But when you've got noise happening in the layers of your mind, when you're trying to get a job done, but you're also thinking about this and the issues of the past and the stresses of the day and the things in your future, the things that haven't happened yet, etc., that you're not as productive. So that you feel as though you're losing time and not getting things done, not ticking boxes. There's a huge difference because when you're here and you're present, you seem to be focused. You tick boxes, you get things done exceptionally well at exceptional speeds. So you're not losing time. You're leaking power or losing power. Hello, beautiful Amanda. Hello, beautiful Rencha. Sharon. Hello, hello. Hello, beautiful people. So we have Libby, Valerie, Sharon, who have just finished their how did you say, Valerie? CTC trading on Saturday. To all of my therapists that are here on the call, whether you watch the replay or in the call now, if you are a CTC therapist and you want to put yourself out there, then feel free to do that now. And you don't even need to say where you're from because you are all available via Zoom globally. And this is the beauty of the work that we do. In fact, we actually recommend our clients do a CTC session via Zoom because you get to not only do it in the comfort of your own home, but then afterwards, you're not having to pull yourself together and go driving anywhere. You literally get to have a nap, perhaps go outside and have a cup of tea and just allow the processing to continue. So over the years, we have found it far more powerful to do it via Zoom. So to those of you here that would like to let the world know that you are here and available, feel free to do so, even if you're watching the replay. So as I mentioned, you're not losing time, you're leaking or losing power. And leaking seemed to be a word that's come up for me a lot this week when I'm speaking to people that are in this same boat. So every time you spiral into anxiety about the future, what are you doing? You're leaking power because you're not here in the present moment. Every time you replay a moment from your past that you wish hadn't happened or that you wish you could change, you're leaking power. You're literally losing power to your past. Every time you sit in the space of self-doubt, of overthinking or emotional overwhelm, you are literally giving your energy to the things that cannot move you forward. And over time, that leak becomes a life that you don't want, a life built on depletion, confusion, fatigue, and chaos. But I'd like to think we're going to change that tonight. Because tonight we're talking about bringing your power back here into present time. I'm going to guide you through a really lovely process later on in this call. So do stay to the end, because it's going to be a process that allows you to call back your energy, your spirit, and your power. Most people are constantly chasing things to fix how they feel, right? That's the only reason we want to fix anything. We don't really look at personal growth or wanting to do the deep healing until what we're going through is actually affecting us, right? And the thing is, most people actually chase things so that they feel better, but what they're chasing or wanting to try and fix and change are generally things outside of them. They're trying to change their outer world so that they can finally feel something different on the inside. And that's where we go wrong. Because the truth is, if we want to manifest that life that we desire, we've got to feel it on the inside first, and then our world reflects it. But we've got that thing a little bit backwards. So working on trying to change, actually, I've got something else coming through. Working on trying to change something outside of you is pointing the finger, right? And when you point the finger to blame, saying, I cannot be happy until you are better, until you change, until you do things the way I want you to do them, until the world out there looks the way I want it to, you've got to remember you've got three fingers pointing back at yourself. So we need, it's basically threefold. You've got one this way and three this way. So we basically need to ask ourselves three very important questions. What is it in me? What am I doing? What's going on in me that is attracting this to me? What is it in me that's me radiating an energy that is reflecting this in the world outside of me, correct? So what is it in me that's going on? Am I prepared to, or what's the message for me in this? So what is it in me that's going on? What is it I need to do? And am I prepared to take action? Because thinking that changing something outside of you is going to bring you the happiness, the fulfillment, the joy, and the peace that you desire doesn't ever work. It's a moment of joy, but it's nothing that sticks. It's not the peace and contentment that we're all chasing. So it never works that way, because you don't create from the outside. You create from the inside out. And you can't create anything that is sustainable. And what I mean by that is if you're trying to change the person in your relationship, it's not sustainable, because you've got to work on you too. So you can't create anything sustainable, not relationships, not the ideal business, not the incredible health, not the joy, if you're not grounded in your own energy. Because when your energy is here in present time, you feel tall, you feel alive, you feel strong, you feel empowered, you feel like you're full of energy and vitality, and you feel like you can take on the world. But if you're not here in present time, if you're not grounded in your energy, then nothing really is sustainable. None of the changes are lasting. So it's really important that you understand that you are a portal of power. But most people are living unconsciously. Most people are outsourcing their energy to people. They're outsourcing their energy to stories. What I mean by that, losing your power, your energy, and your frequency to other people, to stories, to problems, to patterns, to projections that do not even belong to you. Most of them aren't even true, but it's just your perception of things. And that, beautiful people, is the cost of misalignment. When you're misaligned, you override your intuition because you know better. Deep down, you know better. But you're overriding your own intuition. Instead of listening to your intuition, you're plugging into a story, plugging into whether that story is inside of you, whether that's something outside of you, it doesn't matter. But you're literally overriding your innate intuition. You ignore your own needs. You settle. You silence yourself so as to not cause a problem. You silence yourself so as to stay safe. You say yes when your soul is screaming out no. You burn out trying to prove that you're enough. And that's a big one for a lot of people. Because you think that if you tick that box, if you score that deal, if you get that promotion, you finally feel like you're enough, only to realize that you've got to do the same shit over and over and over again. And then you start to wonder why things feel heavy, why you're constantly chasing your tail, why it's difficult to make things work, to have that feeling of happiness and joy and peace and actually make it last. You start wondering why you feel heavy all the time, why you feel exhausted all the time, why nothing seems to flow consistently in your life, why you keep hitting the same walls, the same patterns over and over and over again. But here's the real issue, or the real heartbreak. When you're misaligned, you can still be achieving. You can still be showing up. You can still be serving. You can still be building. But it's not going to feel fulfilling. So you look and maybe you've got the money in the bank. Maybe you've got the house. Maybe you've got the relationship. Maybe you've got the things. But there still feels as though there's a part of you missing. It's not the kind of life we want to be living. And the reason it doesn't feel fulfilling is because you're not in integrity or completely aligned with you and who you're born to be. So tonight I want to remind you of something that you may have forgotten. Something that is so powerful and so deeply activating that it can change everything. So the thing to remember is that no one gave you your power. And if no one gave you your power, then no one can take it away, correct? I need to repeat that. Nobody gave you your power. And if no one gave you your power, then technically nobody can actually ever take it away. You're in complete control of it. What you do with it is entirely up to you. You are the one that has free will and choice. But the thing is, you can forget, right? You can forget you've got free will and choice. You can forget that no one gave you your power, so therefore no one can take it away. You can forget how powerful you are. You can forget your sovereignty. You can forget that you are the creator, that you are not the victim, that you certainly don't have to plug yourself into victim consciousness and stay there, that you have a choice, that your emotions are tools, but your emotions aren't truths. Oh, I like that. Your emotions are tools, but your emotions are not truths. That your past is experiences or the journey of your life, but your past is not your prison. Your past is not your prison. I really like that. Emotions are tools, not truths. And your past is not your prison. You are an incredibly powerful, sovereign being. And that sovereignty is your superpower. Let's look at depression. Depression is power stuck in the past, constantly playing that story. Anxiety is power trapped in a future that hasn't even happened yet, worried about something that may or may not happen. Burnout is power tangled in chaos. But presence, to be here, presence is power activated. It is power activated. When you are present, when you own who you are, when you own your very breath, when you regulate your nervous system, when you shift from fear and into faith, you stop leaking and you finally start leading. It's not about leading people, it's about leading yourself. Actually, I'm going to say you start living, truly living and leading. You become magnetic. You reclaim your energy, your spirit, and your power from all of the places that you lost it to. The old stories, the unhealed trauma, the projections that don't even belong to you, and you bring it all back. You bring it back here into your body, back here into your very being, back here into your very essence, and back here into this moment. This is the essence of the Master Your Power, the free 2-night masterclass that I'm inviting you to, and that is this coming Sunday and Monday. I think there's the 20th and 21st of July. It's at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But your power, when it is here and when it is present, it is activated. And in this moment, doesn't matter what's happened in your past. We all have a past. We all have unhealed trauma. We all have stuff that's gone on. And yes, it has contributed to who you are and how you feel and how your world looks right now. But the gift, the beautiful thing is, it has nothing, your past has nothing to do with your tomorrow, because it's what you do right here, right now, in this moment, with your power here. So your power, I want you to imagine your power is here, your power is present, you are fully activated, you are aligned, you are grounded in your own energy. And in this moment, you have the power to create the next moment and therefore the future that you desire. That's the kind of power you have when you're not leaking, when it's not plugged into all of the issues outside of you. So this coming Sunday and Monday, the 20th and 21st of July at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, I'm holding Master Your Power. And it's live right here on the You Create the Dream page. So tell your friends about it, share it, let everybody know, because I think for everybody, not I think, for absolutely everybody. When we are here in the present moment, when we have our power here in the present moment, we have the capacity to create the life that we desire with ease, with grace. We become exceptionally powerful beings. And this is not another mindset talk. It's not about hustling harder. It's not about rolling up your sleeves and doing more. It's about being. It's about being. Because the thing is, you're not broken. This is a soul level return to your power, to remember that you were never meant to be ruled by fear. You were never meant to be ruled by fatigue or false beliefs or societal stories, none of that. But you are here to lead from power, presence, and purpose. So just some of the things that we explore in the upcoming free masterclass are going to be things like, and this is, every version is always an upgraded version, but we're going to be talking about how to command your mindset and break free from the disempowering loops. We're going to talk about how to access that deep reservoir of wisdom that you are, the wisdom that is buried deep under the noise. Because if you think about it, if you stop for a moment and actually think about it, you will be aware that there are layers and there's noise behind the noise. There's a noise that you're fixated on. But if you gave yourself a moment of silence, if you took a deep breath in, held your breath for a moment, you'd become aware of another layer and another layer and another layer. And what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to access who you are beneath the layers of noise. I want to show you how to reclaim your personal power, your emotional authority, so that you're not hijacked by your moods. Because remember, emotions are not truths. We don't want you to be hijacked by your moods or your triggers anymore, where you just instantly lose your power. I want to talk about how to break those old patterns that no longer serve you from becoming who you're born to be. And I want to show you how to craft a vision that doesn't just excite you, but activates you because you feel it here. It's not here. It's not here. Sure, the Porsche will be nice, this would be nice, but it's something that activates you deep within here, because now it's time to live from this space. You'll walk away with practical tools, energetic shifts, and a deep cellular remembrance of who you are and what you're here for. I'd like to think that you'd walk away changed, but that's your choice, because change requires change, and you can't make anybody change if they don't want to change. The beautiful thing about the Master Your Power program is that it's basically a lead into or the beginning of the Power of You program, which is a full program that happens over usually around 30 odd days. I think the next one's a little bit less. But it's a program where we take a transformational deep dive. And it's not just about your personal power, but it's for those that are ready to step fully into their power and embody it. Not just to talk about sovereignty and to go, yep, I agree with that, I agree. It's not about that at all. You join this program because you're ready for it, because you're ready to claim your power, to live from that space, not just dream a bigger life, but align to it so fully that the universe has no choice but to meet you there. And I really feel there's going to be a massive up leveling in the next one. But as usual, things begin with a decision, right? A decision to no longer live the way you have been, a decision to stop losing your power or to stop leaking, a decision to stop shrinking, a decision to stop spiraling, let's say, and instead a decision to rise and to stay risen, to rise into your power, to rise into your presence, to rise into the you that you are born to be, the you that you came here to be, because you have a mission. And you're not just here to survive, you're here to thrive, you're here to lead, you're here to rise and to stay risen. You are here to create. You are where you are. All of us are, right? We are all where we are. And for all of us, this is where we start. We always start where we are. But from this moment moving forward, everything can change. You just need to say yes. And that's what every big decision starts with. It starts with a yes. Yes, I'm ready to become more. Yes, I'm ready to change. Yes, I'm finally ready to be free of the past. It all starts with yes. So what I'd like to do now is to guide you through let's call it a bit of a hypnotic meditation. So I want to guide you through this process to have you reclaim your energy, your spirit, and your power. Valerie, looking forward to the masterclass. Amazing reminders. Thank you so much, Valerie. Thank you. All right. So what I would love you all to do is to find yourself somewhere nice and comfortable. As long as you're not driving, gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And again, taking a deep breath in, not just to breathe, but to arrive, to return to this sacred moment. And exhale. And again, taking a deep breath in so as to return to you, to drop into your body now. And exhale, feeling the weight falling away. That's right. Continue breathing slowly, deeply, rhythmically, feeling more and more supported with each and every breath, feeling more and more held with each and every breath, landing deeply, beautifully. That's right. Nice, big, deep breaths as you land fully present in this moment. And letting your shoulders relax, letting them drop, letting the jaw soften, letting the noise of the world simply dissolve for now. Because right here, right now, it's all about you and your power. It's about you being here, so present, not leaking, It's about you reclaiming. It's about you calling every fragmented piece of your power back into the throne of your body. That's right. Nice, slow, deep breaths. And if you like, you can exhale a little longer than the inhale just to really relax the body and let it know that it's perfectly safe. That's right. Reclaiming your energy. Every moment of overthinking, every time you spiraled, every yes that you said when your soul whispered no. We're letting all of those old things, those old stories simply fade away. Let it all melt away. Because this breath right here, right now, is the most important moment of your life. This breath right here, right now, rewrites absolutely everything. So go ahead, take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to say internally or even out aloud, I return to me. And again, a deep breath in. And as you exhale again, saying, I return to me. That's right. And now breathe in again, but this time I want you to hold the breath, hold it at the very top, hold and simply feel. Feel the potency, feel the power of this pause. The stillness where creation lives. The moment between moments where your soul whispers. Remember who you are, and exhale. I remember who I am. And feel your body. Feel your body expand. That's right. You're doing so well. And now bring your awareness to your heart center and see it glowing softly, pulsing with the most beautiful, magical light. This, divine souls, this is your inner temple. This is your divine command center. This is the seat of your sovereignty, the seat of your personal power. And I want you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your lower belly. And as you do, I want you to repeat after me, gently but with unwavering conviction. This is my body. This is my breath. This is my power. And I no longer allow myself to lose it. Let that settle in. Let it sink deeply. Let it echo through every cell in your being. And now, divine souls, imagine a beautiful golden thread of light running all the way from the base of your spine and down into the center of this beautiful divine earth, grounding you, rooting you, anchoring you, realigning you to all that is truth. That's right. And at the same time, I want you to feel an amazing beam of divine light pouring in from above your head, from source, from God, from the universe. Feel it pouring in, flooding your being with light, with truth, with wisdom, with deep, deep remembrance. These lights, they meet now, they meet in your heart. And in this meeting, you divine, beautiful soul, you awaken. You awaken. Continue with those deep breaths. You awaken now. This is your power, not forceful, but magnetic. Not given by the world, but chosen by you. That's right. And now with your body aligned and your energy returning to you, I want you to activate your all-powerful yes. Your yes to a life that reflects your truth. Your yes to living fully in your power. Your yes to your divine timeline. Your yes to the power of potent, powerful presence. And your yes to becoming who you were always meant to be. And taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, say, yes, I am ready. Again, inhale. And as you exhale, yes, I am willing. And one more time, with your full presence, a deep inhale. And on the exhale, yes, I am power. And now visualize yourself walking through a divine golden doorway, the doorway of your new now. Leave behind the noise. Leave behind the reoccurring patterns, the loops, the leaking of your power. Leave it all behind and step fully into alignment. You walk through that door and you claim alignment. And with each step through this doorway, I want you now to begin to feel your spine lengthen. With your power here, you become taller. Your energy, feel it surge. Feel your presence sharpen. Feel your soul return. You are not waiting. You are remembering. And remembering changes everything. So pause here for a moment. Pause in the stillness. The stillness of your new now. Feel the new identity rising in you. Feel the version of you, the version who knows, the version who trusts, the version who creates from peace, not pressure. And now, just like the final click of a seat belt before you take off, lock it in. Go ahead, lock it in. Lock it in. I want you now to bring your thumb and forefinger together of your dominant hand, your thumb and your ring finger, your thumb and yes, your ring finger, forefinger, whichever finger works for you. Bring it together, bring them together, pinch them nice and tight. Press them together as a signal, as an anchor to lock in this frequency. This is your yes. This is your yes. This is your cue. Nice and tight. Anytime you need to return to this state, anytime you need clarity, anytime you need to re-embody your power, to remember how powerful you are, you bring your finger, your thumb and your finger together and you breathe. You breathe and you simply say, I choose my power. I choose my power. I create from now, this moment. Feel those words become your truth. Let every cell in your being know this truth. That's right. And when you're ready, bring gentle movement back into your fingers and your toes, rubbing your fingers together, wiggling those toes, moving your shoulders around, smiling softly, and opening your eyes. Welcome back to the new you in a new now. Because this moment is vastly different from the moment you were living in before you started this call. You are now the one who is no longer leaking or losing your power. You are the one who remembers. You are the one who leads. And again, a quick reminder that Master Your Power is on the 20th and 21st of July at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That is Sydney time. It's an opportunity to step fully into your power. And then, of course, a week after that, I believe, the following Sunday is the power of you. And I want you all to remember that you were never meant to just exist. You are here, born to rise and to stay risen. So let's rise and stay risen together. Much, much love to you all. The Power of You starts the following Sunday, Rencha. The following Sunday would be the 27th of August. It's when the Power of You starts. I will get the schedule out. For those that have done the program before and for those that are actually considering joining the program, it is a lifetime access with a twist. And the twist is, it's a big twist. So the twist is that you get access to the upgraded version each and every time it's delivered, which is currently twice a year. So well worth joining, becoming part of the incredible Power of You family, and it's lifetime access. So we have 11 modules. We have recorded meditations, recorded processes. We have breathwork sessions. So it's an amazing, amazing opportunity to become part of an incredible tribe, an incredible family. A very powerful one, I might add. All right, does anybody have any questions before I end this call? Okay. For those that are already part of the Power of You program, I will get a schedule out to you as soon as possible. We have been busy finalising or finishing the CTC training, which is now done. Okay. Much, much love to you all. I wish you the most amazing evening. And I look forward to the next Awaken the Dream call, which is a fortnight from now. All right. Much love to you all. Good night.